Freddie. To come up in AI search results, you just know that AI, oh, just so you know, AI doesn't care about your viral posts. It cares about your track record. So you can't be one and done. You have to be consistent to be recognized. Today, what we're going to talk about to end our series on AEO is build authority with AEO consistently. From this week's blog, AEO, the visibility strategy for growth, you can follow along at shaycannon.com/AEO. That's shaycannon.com/AEO. All right. So, AEO, one of the hugest components for your business growth is visibility. And the forward facing technology out there for us to be more visible in this era is AEO. Okay. Now, AEO is answer engine optimization, and it is on the forefront, and it will eventually outdo SEO, which is search engine optimization. Now, what is AEO? It is the results that you get when you search inside of an AI tool. That's what it is, okay? So I gave you a list of the top 10 AI tools that use AEO and how to get your website indexed by those. So go back to Monday's replay to catch that, all right? Then we talked about how do you rank with AEO. Now, we know that with SEO, we have to rank, right? Well, there are strategies out there to make sure that you're going to come up in those results, and they are called schemas. We talked about all the different schemas and how you are to create them, and we gave you some chat GPT prompts to help you with creating these schemas because it's highly technical. Okay, it has to do with coding, and you probably are not a coder with your non-techie self, but guess who is? Chat GPT is a coder. So I gave you a prompt to help you to get those codes that you need and showed you exactly where to put them. So go to part 2 to learn how to rank for AEO. All right. Now, I know that made your head hurt, but on yesterday we brought it down a couple of notches because we talked about quality over keywords. Because see, AEO don't really care about keywords. Okay. That was the SEO thing. That's in the past. So with AEO, it likes for you to have answer first content. So I gave you 10 strategies on how to create content that is answer first. Okay. So if you want to know about answer first content for AEO, go to part 3. That was yesterday's replay. Okay. Today, we're going to finish our series on our introduction to AEO. We're talking about build authority with AEO consistently. Okay. So it doesn't care about your viral posts. It doesn't care about your one good post here and there. You have to be consistent. So AEO success isn't about going viral overnight. It's about building consistent authority that AI cannot ignore. Instead of chasing quick traffic spikes or focus on a study rhythm. That's what you really need to do. So this consistent visibility, it compounds over time, right? So you just keep hitting that thing and keep hitting that thing, and it signals to the AI engines that you're a reliable, credible source. All right. Think about when you think about people. When you think about people, there are those that might have done one good thing and you thank them for that good thing, but you don't really see them as dependable, right? Or credible because they did one thing. It's the people that are constant, that do things over and over again that you deem dependable, reliable, and credible in something. So AI is requesting the same thing. You're going to have to keep doing stuff. It's like Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately? Okay. So you got to be consistent to help your business to surface more often. And most importantly, convert that visibility into revenue. All right. Now, that's what's in the blog. Here in the morning show, I give you more. So let's go to our show notes, which this week, yeah, y'all really gonna need these show notes this week. Okay. And what I'm going to give you are the top 10 strategies to stay consistent with AEO content. Let me put that 10 in there, so that you are included in the AEO answer results. Okay. So it's a little lighter. These strategies that I give you, they really, excuse me, they really can help you be consistent with content, period. So whether you're ready to start making it AEO optimized or not, these strategies you really should be doing to be consistent with content anyway. Okay. So number one, establish a weekly publishing schedule. Like commit to releasing one Q&A style or resource driven post every week. Consistent cadence trains AI engines to expect fresh authoritative content from your domain. And by domain, I mean your website. Okay. Number two, repurpose answers across formats. We talked about this. So take one piece of AEO content and distribute it as a blog and as a short form video and as a carousel and as a podcast snippet and as a PDF and on and on and on. Any kind of content you can create, put that same information in different formats. And this multi-format presence makes you more discoverable across AI tools that scrape various content types. Okay. Number three, batch and pre-schedule content. This can help you be consistent. Some of y'all think about content as something you got to create and schedule every day. I got to do something every day. You don't have to. You can batch it and then pre-schedule. So create content in batches and then pre-schedule your publishing to ensure consistency even during your busy seasons or your life interruptions. So you can do this thing where you can kind of stay a week ahead of your stuff. So when life is lifing, you got a little buffer there to get back in there and keep your content consistent. So AI tools reward regularity over burst of inconsistent activity. Keep that in mind. Just like that person that you date, you want them to consistently do the things that you need from them. You don't want them to, they ain't done nothing for you all month, and then all of a sudden in one day they want to do this and do that, do this and do that, and then for another month they don't do nothing. AI don't like that either. Okay. Number four, create a monthly topic focus. Organize your content in themes and into monthly clusters aligned with your core offers or your audience's seasonal questions. Now, this is going to help AI engines associate your brand with specific high authority topics. Okay. If you took the Business Clarity Clinic earlier this year, then what you know is I showed you how I really batch my year into themes by quarters, and I break those quarters down into months. And so I'm going to show you a screenshot of what that looked like. And this is not the most up-to-date version, but you'll get the gist, right? So 2025. So my quarters are, the theme for each quarter is broken down. Q1 is clarity. Q2 is structure. Q3, which is what we're in now, is growth. That's why we're talking about growth. This was planned in December of last year. Q4 will be about scale. Okay. I have the different workshops that I want to do. So those are offers. I have some virtual summit type ideas on here. I have some workshop ideas on here. These are scratched through because I won't do these till I get back in Mexico, but there will be some in-person break type events going on. But at the bottom, I have my content topics for this theme. So I've broken clarity down into different topics. And so now for the month, I can pick these different topics. And for this month in growth, it's the ability formula. And y'all, I've told y'all my ability formula, which is credibility, visibility, bankability, and profitability. So next week, we'll be talking about bankability. Okay. So when you break things down in themes, it helps you to already kind of know what you're talking about. Now, all you have to do is explore within the theme what you want to talk about at this time. Okay. So that's what I mean by break it down into themes. That could be by quarter and then break that quarter into months, but at least you need to break stuff down into months. All right. Cool. Let's go to number 5. You need to set a visibility KPI dashboard. Okay. Track performance metrics like clicks from AI search tools, lead magnet conversions, email signups, client inquiries, all of this stuff so that you can make data-driven decisions based on how AI is sending you leads and traffic. Okay. Now, You should have some kind of dashboard anyway without AI sending you stuff, because you should be doing different things that give you key performance indicators that you should be recording right now anyway. Number 6, secure quarterly guest features. Okay, this is helping you stay consistent with this content. So pitch yourself for blogs and podcast interviews and expert roundups. At least, I would take a full week to pitch out of every month, so that I can at least get one a quarter. Okay. Now keep in mind, you can't pitch one time and think you're going to get one in a quarter. No, you might need to pitch a whole week every month in that quarter to at least get the one where you are confirmed and you can get that content done. And now you can start to distribute that content. All right. So external validation builds long-term authority and signals trust to AI engines. All right. Number 7, submit to directories and citation sources. Now, this is a very academia thing to say be a citation source. However, there are plenty of entrepreneur directories out there in your niche. Find them. Okay. So ensure your business appears in industry directories and citation rich platforms with updated info and links to your content. AI tools often scrape these first when evaluating authority in those areas of expertise. Okay. Number 8, audit and refresh evergreen content at least quarterly. You could do it monthly, but do it at least quarterly. Okay. So revisit some of your top performing pieces every quarter. Now, how do you know what's top performing? Because you were keeping your KPIs, your key performance indicators. So you should already know what's top performing. Okay. So we're going to choose from those and we're going to maybe update the facts or improve some clarity on it. Maybe even, take some questions and answer them based on what we already published. We're going to reinforce authority on that same topic and just kind of freshen it up, send it back out there and publish it. Okay. AI tools favor updated content over outdated static information. Number 9, automate reminders for consistency tasks. So this is where your PMSs or your project management systems come into play. You got Asana, which is my favorite. You got Trello, ClickUp, all them others. And what they can do is they can automate recurring tasks to publishing, outreach, and performance reviews to remind you to get this stuff done. Okay. So if you're one of those where you like, a calendar reminder is not going to be enough, get yourself in a project management system so you can get more organized. Okay. So you can get this stuff done. Number 10, build expert roundups or collaborative content. So you don't have to just be featured in these expert roundup stuff. You can host them. You can publish some yourself. Okay. That's one of my strategies that I know I need to lean into more. So host collaborative pieces where multiple recognized experts weigh in on a single question or topic. AI tools value that cross-validated multi-voice content. Okay. And these roundups also increase your chances of earning mentions and backlinks, both of which boost your credibility and likelihood of being surfaced in those AI results. That helps with SEO too, but it's also going to help with your AI authority. Okay. So don't just go try to be an expert in somebody else's roundup. Start creating your roundups. Who do you have in your network that has kind of a large following? You might want to figure out what kind of article or blog post you can create to feature them and link back to them so that they'll talk about it. You're linking back to their authority and their credibility. Create this space and opportunity for yourself. Okay. So that was number 10. Now I'm going to give you our question. Our question of the day, let me put it in studio and let me go and put it on YouTube. Okay, I made it short. I could fit it all in YouTube this time. Okay, so that's the question. But, let me tell you what it is, because some people don't know. Which part of staying consistent feels harder for you? Either creating content, repurposing it, or tracking what's working? And which strategy that I gave today do you feel will help you the most? Okay, so that's the question of the day. However, I'm about to show y'all something. Okay. And then I'm going to go back over the 10 strategies, and then we'll go starting with Dr. LaFera with the question of the day. Okay. Let me scroll back up so I can get ready to show you guys. This is in the show notes for today, so don't worry about how will you get to see this again. But let me show you this first. Let me share my screen. Oop, wrong screen. Okay. All right. At the top of the year, I changed how my blog appears on my website, because this year I was really focused on filling in information in certain areas of business growth so that I can then make sure that I am creating almost like being a resource for all of these things for my ideal client, which is y'all, right? So all the things we talk about, I try to go back to those subject matters and see what I have not talked about. But I wanted to make it easier for y'all because I have so many blogs. I think I have over 200 blogs, right? So not only did I use blog character categories, but I also wanted to kind of put my blogs in 4 main categories to help you to find what you need the most. Okay. So I have a place at the top where it's always going to be the current article, and this happens automatically. I talk about the morning show, but here are the categories. Okay. Business management, business growth, marketing, and sales. I picked those to be the 4 main categories. Now I have some other categories, like I got mindset, we got visibility, bankability, we got other categories, but they're not the main categories. And in those categories, I'm still mostly tagging one of the 4 main categories. Okay. So I restructured my blog page so that if you just wanted to have just business management, you could just go to all business management blogs. Okay. Or say, you're really sitting down and you say, you know what, I need some money. I really need to get this sales in order. Let me see what she said about sales. You can click that sales and go to all the sales stuff. Okay. Now, with that in mind, I kind of came up with, what if I built an extra page on my website that is specifically for AI tools to scrape, and I kind of put it in a structure kind of like this, so that I can keep my blogs the way they need to be for the way my people are used to them being for over these 200 blogs. But I also have a page that the AI tools will go to, and things there will be just the way that they want it. Okay. Now, I, of course, created a formula for that for you. So, as a bonus strategy, you can create and maintain what I'm calling a branded resource hub for the AEO. Okay. So basically, what you're going to do is you're going to host all of your AEO driven content in a hub. You're going to collect it all, and you're going to collect it in a way and create a library in a way that they need it for the schemas. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to create a hub homepage, which is really like a resources page. Okay. And on your main navigation bar, it just says resources. Okay. So you're going to do that one. And this gives you the information on how to do it, what to put on there. All right. Now, it's going to link out to what we're going to call your core topic categories. And we call these the cluster pages. Okay. Each category acts as a pillar, which that word should sound familiar to you, because if you've been to any workshop, if you've heard me have any conversation about clarity, you should have content pillars for your business and for your offers. Okay. So those pillars could be what your core topic categories are for these cluster pages. And this is telling you exactly what to put on these cluster pages. All right. Now, the cluster pages are going to link out to specific things. That multi-format content we've been talking about all this week, we want it to link out to some of that stuff. And this is giving you an idea of what some of that stuff is. All right. And we want to have some external links to more authority. So that would be your entrepreneur magazine, your Forbes or whatever, all those kind of things that agree with what you're saying on this particular topic. We want to go out to those, anything with more authority than us. Okay. And so we want to have some kind of linking structure that does that. So I'm gonna show you a picture of what that kind of looks like. Now, I described it to ChatGPT and it came up with as best as it could this little diagram. Okay, because I didn't have time to manually put this together. So that's supposed to say resource hub. So you can already tell. See, if I wanted to lie and say I did it, that would have gave it away that ChatGPT created this visual for me. But basically, on the first page, it's just going to say resource hub, and you're going to say, this is the go-to library for whoever your avatar is and whatever the categories are that you're going to talk about. And you're going to have a picture and representing each of your core categories. Okay, so when they click on the picture, when they go to that category page, then the cluster pages, this is what one of those pages will look like. Okay, so it's going to have, hey, these are the basics about it. You're going to remind them to join your list. And this is going to be that multi-format stuff over here. Okay, and see, you can pull from your blogs instead of rewriting, but you're adding in all of the stuff that AI needs. All right, now go back to your blog post. You might want to add in a little AEO in the blog post, but you don't have to change it all the way. Okay. And this is more about the multi-format content. I don't know why I put it there when it goes on the cluster page and you don't have to put all of that on your blog post. Does that make sense to everybody? Does anybody have a question about this before I do the recap and the question of the day?
I do.
Yes. What
So
you got?
is this, perhaps I didn't hear, is this
Mhm.
something that is on your website or someplace completely different?
This is going to be something that is on my website and it will appear in my main uh, menu as resource hub.
Okay, okay. So this is just another section in your on your website with these
Yes,
resources. So
I'm
if
going to create this to go on
okay,
there.
okay. So now if you have, for example,
Hmm.
you have your blog posts or whatever, you then
Yes,
move the blog posts or replicate them. Like, so do you keep them where they are on the
hmm,
website,
yes,
or okay, so they're already there. So you're
yeah.
just making
So
another
what I'm doing,
app?
I'm trying to keep from going through all of my blogs and having to heavily change them, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna go through and I might add a little something to it to make sure that the schema is right. Like I might add that frequently asked questions at the bottom of all of them. I might add at the top like answer first, but I don't want to change the whole body of my blogs. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that's all I'm gonna do to the blogs. Add the answer first, add some frequently asked questions at the bottom. That's all I'm gonna do. But from this resource hub, I'm gonna pick the 4 categories, which I already have mine, right? And when you click it, what it's gonna do is take you to the page for that category. And I'm going to basically have listings that talk about different things. And here is where you can download a PDF. Here is where you can click to a video. Here is a podcast. And here I'm going to tell you which blogs I already have that also talks about this. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So these are just links back to that information.
Yes,
Uh-huh. I get it. Okay. Not recreating them there. Okay.
exactly.
Okay. Yes, I
Exactly.
get it. Thank you.
No problem. Anybody else have a question? Heather said, "Oh my God, my head hurts and I am overwhelmed." I understand. Watch the replay. But that's why I tried to give you a visual of it to go with the written information that's going to be in today's show notes. Anybody else have a question? Does everybody kind of get what I'm saying and what I'm trying to do and what you
Yes, and
have
my
the option to
eyebrows
do?
are touching.
Your eyebrows touching? Yeah,
Mhm.
I can imagine. But I mean, it may be easier for you to go back through all of your blogs and change all of them and rearrange it like completely based on those schemas. I have too many blogs. All I want to do is go through and kind of add something at the top, add something at the bottom, move on, and then create this resource hub that people can kind of get a snapshot of something based on an answer and a question, and then have that multi format out there, and then link it to the different blogs and link it to the different
No,
external.
it's definitely genius. I would say that right off the bat. This is genius because
Thank you.
it is the system will not, when you're thinking about the AEO, the system won't have to try to find it. It's like, oh, everything is right here. Ooh, we love this. Ooh, it's loving
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. Exactly. So that would be my goal for that. Um, we'll see. Dr. LaFera says, so the resource hub is a way to get up SEO with the link with the links. The resource hub is more about AEO, but it will um help your SEO because you're using links, authority links, those backlinks. So it'll help your SEO too, just from the backlinks, but it's not really focused on SEO. It's doing way more than SEO needs because it's focused on AEO. All right. Any other questions before we go through the recap? Dr.
One
Taji?
more. Yes.
Yeah.
So under core topic categories, the
Mm-hmm.
POF guide, did I miss that? Is that something different?
Girl, that's a PDF. That's
Okay,
just
I
how
just wanted to make sure. Yes.
that was the chatster
Okay,
messing up
no
the
problem.
wording.
No problem.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm glad I ain't trying to lie and say I created this little thing because I didn't. But see down here where I got PDF guide.
Yes, yeah. No, I figured that's what, but I said just in case I missed it.
No,
Okay.
it ain't no plenty of fish guide. We don't know what it is. But okay. Shawana so silly. She always be the first one to know what I'm talking about. All right. At least I don't be raunchy by myself. Okay. Any other questions? Because I'm not rushing you off of this. This is a totally new concept that I came up with to help myself get this AEO stuff in order because I have so much content, right? Because I want y'all to remember, I don't just have over 200 blogs, I have over 1,000 videos thanks to this morning show, right? So I need a way to kind of put this stuff together to where I'm not just bogging down my blog for the sake of AEO, but people like you coming to my blog are looking at it like, this ain't helpful. What is all this stuff? This is overwhelming. I'm clicking out. You know what I'm saying? So uh that's how I want to do it. Cool beans. Also, just to give you one more thing that is a bonus, you guys know that this morning show, y'all know I say it every morning show broadcast, it's more of an interacting coaching training experience. Yeah. So the morning show topics and the the show notes that I have to go with them put together, those are like micro learnings. So those will be taken away from general access and created into a micro learning training and put on places like Udemy for sale. Cause y'all know I give y'all good stuff for free, but we're gonna limit access to that stuff, and that will be one of the links that can appear on the cluster pages. Like if you want to learn more, here are some courses. Boom! Now we're pushing them into the passive income too. So that's just one more strategy that makes this work for me and what I'm about to do. So any questions? All righty. Let me stop sharing so I won't distract you because that was a lot. But again, all of this is on your show notes. You see, I have it highlighted in yellow so you will not miss it when you get the show notes. Okay. Now let's go back through our top 10 strategies. When we get to the back to the question of the day, we're going to start with Dr. LaFera. So these are the top 10 strategies to stay consistent with AEO content for inclusion in AEO answer results. Number one, establish a weekly publishing schedule. Okay. Number two, repurpose answers into different formats. You take the same content and put it in different formats. Okay. Number three, batch and pre-schedule your content. So if you can't do it every day, sit down one day and batch it for the week, batch it for the month, schedule it out for the week, or schedule it out for the month. Number four, create a monthly topic focus. I showed you mine. Mine starts off with with quarterly themes, and then I have my monthly topics based on those themes. Okay. Number two, uh, I'm missing my number two. Where it go? Oh, this thing messed up my number two. Did I? Oh, I'm not on number two. That's why. Number five, set a visibility KPI dashboard. Okay. Set a visibility KPI dashboard. That can be something as simple as from week to week, what was your best what was your best content that week? What was your best content of the month? And what those numbers look like, the views, the shares, the whatever. Okay. Number 6, secure quarterly guest features. This is you going out and getting guest posts, guest podcasts, all that kind of stuff for yourself so that you got some stuff to backlink, okay, back to you. You're also borrowing audiences. Is good all around. Number 7, submit to directories and citation sources. Number 8, audit and refresh evergreen content quarterly, okay? Some of this stuff, like I tend to create great evergreen content. What I'm teaching y'all about marketing, what I teach y'all about sales tends to be great evergreen. It could be the same information that's good for the next 2 years, but every now and then something happens that you can go in there and update it with a little nugget that makes it even more relevant. So do that. Number 9, automate reminders to be consistent with your task and your content. You can use a project management system for that. Number 10, build expert roundups and collaborative content. You can host content and invite other experts to come in and you mention them. Okay. And then you can backlink to their authority, but put them in your article. All right. Cool beans. Let me, great. Like, I don't know why that has a number. Okay, cool. Now, let's start with our question of the day. Dr. LaFera, which part of staying consistent feels harder for you? Creating content, repurposing it, or tracking what's working? And which strategy do you feel will help you the most?
Creating, repurposing, tracking, or what?
You know it's in the comments, right?
I do not.
Yeah.
Let me mosey to the comments.
Every broadcast day, I put your question in there so you can read it. Miss something. But it is. Does it feel harder for you to create content, repurpose the content, or track what?
Probably tracking probably feels harder.
Yeah.
And so I had said I was gonna do like the dashboard, which was like I don't remember which number that was because that wasn't the answer I was going to give you. I said I was going to start doing the host series, which was number let me see, number 10, host the expert series. But yeah, it's my answer.
Number 10 and number 5. So number 5 is the dashboard and start hosting some roundups. I love it. I think all of us need to add that one in. Okay, cool. Cheryl, number 10 will be a great one for you. You know some good people that are authority in your industry because you're an authority in your industry. So that will be a good one for you. But answer the question for yourself, though. Which one do you think will be the hardest for you to do? Creating content, repurposing it, or tracking what content is working? And which strategy do you feel will help you the most?
I don't have any problem with any of them being hard. You're right about 10, and the other is submitting to the what number is that? To the citation sources and all that good stuff, because it basically needs to be updated. I'm in a lot of directories, but they're from maybe 4 or 5 years ago, so they need to be updated. But great top 10 list as always.
All righty. Thank you. Keith said most helpful is number 3. Number 3 was batch and pre-schedule content. He said the hardest for him is going to be number 10. And he really wants to start to do that. And of course, you guys know that number 10 is the one where you host a roundup or collaborative piece and bring in other experts into your content. Okay, thank you for that, Keith. Kimberly, if you're not driving, put yours in the chat, studio chat, and we'll share it with everybody. Dr. Tachi, which part of staying consistent feels harder for you? Creating the content, repurposing it, or tracking what content is working? And which of the strategies do you feel will help you the most?
Well, none of it feels hard. I would say that the tracking is something that I need to do better with. So it's not hard. I just need to do better with it. And I think that's probably because there's so much I produce that going back to really track what's working, I'm like always on to the next. So I need to be better with that. And then I don't know that this was an option, but creating the resource hub
Okay.
is a strategy
That is
that
an
would
option
really
if
work.
you would like. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
That was a bonus strategy. Consider it number 11.
There we go. So number 11.
Okay. Cool beans. I love it. I love it. All right, Dr. Toya, I know your brain is spinning over there, but which part of staying consistent feels harder for you, creating content, repurposing it, or tracking what content is working? And which of the strategies do you feel will help you the most?
Yeah, it's definitely the tracking. I don't track. The most I do is with vidIQ. I go and I do look at how many people looked at it, but then it's just like for informational purposes in my head because I don't do anything with it past that. So definitely the tracking. The strategy that I liked, I think I liked the theme. I like two things. Well, I liked a lot of things, but creating content by theme for the month,
Mhm.
I think will be
Yeah.
really, really good. It'll help me stay focused because I can be scattered. And I like the organization of the resource hub. Like
Yeah.
just putting things like that together also helps my mind kind of just be a little bit more organized. So I really love that because then it forces me, because now I need stuff in each of those like I'm crazy, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna be like, but wait, now I need something in this category. So let me go and do this. But I love that.
Yeah. Me too. And let me tell you, about so for you guys talking about the KPIs, if any of you have a VA, interns, or whatever, you can always push that information over to them. And you can make that, that dashboard that doesn't, a dashboard is concise, right? So KPIs can be pages and pages and pages, but a dashboard is supposed to be information that's at a glance. And so you just put in what is most important to you for how you're using your content. So that might be views. It might be a section on what were the top 3 pieces of content for the week. What has been the top 4 for the month, one from each week or just 4 from the month. And so how you're going to use that information, y'all, is that might show you what people want to know more about. So you have to ask yourself, do I have a training that I can grab them with that webinar? Do I have an offer? Something is how you use that data, is something about it is what they want to know more about. So what format are you going to put that something in? Because you have choices, right? And another thing, Dr. Latoya, when you said that you want to do the themes, don't just pick the themes and don't just arbitrarily assign them to a month or a quarter. Start with your promotion calendar, right? What are you offering in Q1? What are you offering in Q2, Q3, Q4? And when I say offer, I mean, what are you going to make a big deal of with your marketing? Because that big marketing push that you're going to have in that month or in that quarter, that's what your content should be for, so that everything you've talked about is really seeding for what you're going to sell, right? So like next month I'll be talking a lot about marketing, and I will be seeding for the Foo Fighters 2.0, right? This month I talked a lot about what is it, growth, right? And what did we talk about? We talked about how to unclog your money. That was the intensive. So it works better when your content aligns with the calendar of what you're selling. So keep that in mind too, because that makes it that more impactful. Okay, cool. Let's go to Shawana Kennedy, Kennedy Media. Which part of staying consistent feels harder for you, creating content, repurposing it, or tracking what's working? And which strategy do you feel will help you the most?
None of it is hard.
Mhm.
One of the things that stuck out is, of course, being better with tracking. Um, and then because one of the things that I have been doing is, especially on like IG, IG is very good with, especially based off the type of account you have. They give you in the back end where you can click a button and at a glance kind of see what's going on, kind of seeing what is the top. So I've been trying to do that, but I don't really have a system of when I do that. It is,
Yeah.
I just could just jump in there and say, okay, cool, that's what did the best. The roundup Now that's the one that
Yeah.
I was like, I really, that's something that I really do. I was the roundup and then coming together with some folks that yeah, that roundup piece.
And
That
let me
would be
tell
something.
you about those roundups, right? Like you could do a roundup without even talking to the influencer purchase person and still link it back to them. You don't even have
Mm-hmm.
to interview them and ask them a question. I mean, that's great too. But you can say like, these are my top three marketers that I like the most, that I get, the most value from. Name somebody and talk about why, but when you name them, you're linking their name back to their site.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When you
Mm-hmm.
talk
Mm-hmm.
about it on social media, the article, tag them.
You know what? It's somebody that we know, both know. Well, you
Hmm.
know her better than me. But I noticed what you just said. That's who just rose to top of mind. That is what is a part of their strategy.
Yeah.
That is
You talk
actually a
about the
part of
case
their.
studies.
Mm-hmm. That's part of
Yeah,
their
yeah.
strategy.
I think you should do case studies too, who do great video visibility. Like I'm going to do some case studies, but I haven't decided what kind I want to do. But yeah, that she's not the creator of that. That's just a strategy that she's good at using.
Exactly.
Um,
Right. Exactly. But I noticed that because it sounds, as soon as you put it in that way that you just said it,
mhm.
that's who stuck out. Yeah.
Cool beans,
Thank
cool
you.
beans. Dr. LaFera said I should do case studies too. Yeah, we're talking about Casey Brown, Dr. LaFera. So yeah, we love the way she does her case studies online. Heather had to go, but she said consistency is her biggest challenge. And for the strategy, she likes number two, which is repurpose answers across formats. And she wants to give number 10 a try, which is what we've been talking about, that collaborative roundup that we host. Kimberly came in and said tracking. I've never done it. Shaking my head. I like the idea of themed content. There's so much I can do with that for my brand. There he is. There he is. There he is. All right. Now, this has been a week. I know your head's spinning. But when it comes to AEO as a whole, everything we talked about this week, do you have any questions? Do you have any aha moments you want to share? Do you have any value adds? Just come off the mic and let me know.
Look, what a week, what a week, what a week. As always, Shay, seriously. Uh, Man, but this week it really had me feeling like we were truly, it's really been since the boot camp. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Like since we just came up off that boot camp, for you to hit us with these AEOs right off the boot camp, I believe our brains, and I'm not even finished, right? I still have to do that other, yeah. And
Yeah.
so to come right into this,
Yeah.
talk about a brain stimulation. Powerful, really powerful. I'll be trying to find another word, but yeah, powerful, especially coming up off that boot camp. I have to keep
Yeah.
saying that. Coming up
But
off
you
that boot camp.
understand, like, but you prioritize, right? So that boot camp is the priority, and you can come back to this, right? Like I've said all week, this might not even be something that everybody is ready to do yet, but I gotta get you to understand this is what's coming, right?
But
So,
that's why for me, I'm doing
mm-hmm,
with current and moving forward blogs, like
yeah,
you just said today, what answer first and throwing in a couple of FAQs at the bottom. That's like
yeah,
that's noted and that's going to be implemented immediately.
mm-hmm, yeah, yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I like stuff that I can put to immediate action even if I go back and clean up some other stuff later.
Well,
Yeah.
see, I came up with that hub because I understand that I might have to be the one to help create the hub. But if I simplify the changes on each of them 200 blogs, then I can assign it to a VA, a low
Mm-hmm.
level doer. You know what I'm saying? All she got to do is put an answer first and add FAQs at the bottom and not change anything that's in the original blog. That's it, right? And so that should be able to get done as a project. I can hire somebody on a project basis to get that done. So, yeah, but that hub, baby, I'm about to get it
That's
going.
fire. That is fire, and I can't wait till you position it. I know we're getting it in our
Mhm.
um, notes, but where
Yeah.
you position it to present it to other folk,
Hmm.
I can only imagine once you've done what you're saying you're going to do,
Yeah.
fire, fire.
Cool beans. Kimberly said, I echo Shawana's sentiment. This week's series is impactful because I'm sitting something that would put us ahead. You're seeing something that will put us ahead in the game. Sharing, not sitting. Okay, cool. Gotcha. Yeah. Just trying to keep up with what's coming next, because if you can be an early adopter, that is awesome. Because at the end of the day, you will have boots on the ground learning to get it better and better before other people even start doing it. So that's how you become a leader in something, right? And have even more authority than all these other people. So cool. That's going to be awesome. All right. Anybody else? Any questions, value adds, aha moments?
I would like to add,
Please add.
yes, this was phenomenal. If you've truly outdone yourself with this one, and everything you share is stellar, but this particular one is fantastic.
Yep. So this is going to be in my predictions for 2026, that this becomes more of a thing. But yes, I felt like I had to get y'all ready, because I was like, I know I'm going to have to get myself ready. So what do we all need to know? Because again, I'm not presenting it as an AEO expert. I'm presenting it as I'm similarly situated as you, and I need to do it. Y'all need to do it. So what am I going to research and get myself started with, and then share with you guys? So most definitely, like Dr. LaFera said, you lead by example, Shay. That's my friend, coach. I'm your friend, coach, your coach friend, cool beans. All right. So what's happening this week in our free business mastermind group? Tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time is the Fuck Up Night virtual happy hour. So it starts at 7 for the paid group, but halfway through, the free group can come in. Your job, bring what's fucking up in your business so we can fix it over drinks, okay? All the event details are in your group, all right? Tomorrow is a Get Shit Done work session. Again, it's something for the paid membership, but the free group is invited to come and experience it on the second half, okay? So, this has been another great week, right? And for her first six-figure morning show, which is an interactive coaching and training experience, and this week has shown out as for interactive coaching and training, right? But it's a part of our free business mastermind group that positions Black and brown female online service-based entrepreneurs to generate your first six figures so that you can learn how to make the money and create time freedom. So find out more about me, your host, Shay Cannon, plus links to resources like how to join the free business mastermind group and how to get the show notes from today and recent past shows in the description below. If you haven't already, give us a thumbs up. Come on, pay us back for this good information you got, and like the episode. Make sure that you are subscribed to the channel and understand that this series was 4 videos. So check out the other videos. And with that, I want you to have a great day. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you right back here on Monday. But for now, the studio is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.